The bill to provide medical care for veterans who have suffered horrendous health consequences from toxic burn pits while serving our country finally passed the Senate after last week's surprising block of the bill by 41 Republicans. Now, nothing has changed in the bill since last week, and the vote tonight was bipartisan. Final vote 86-11, with 38 Republicans joining all Democrats and independents to vote yes. I'm going to get to why the Republicans blocked it last week in a second, but first, this bill is called the Promise to Address Comprehensive Toxics Act, or PACT Act. The PACT Act would expand healthcare eligibility for about 3.5 million veterans through the VA who were exposed to burn pits while serving. Currently, there is no clear evidence directly linking burn pits with respiratory illnesses or cancer, and as a result, veterans have had to advocate for themselves to receive some healthcare benefits, but are often turned down because of the lack of evidence linking the two things. This bill removes the burden from the veteran and treats their illness with covered healthcare benefits. This legislation is considered the largest expansion of healthcare in VA history. Now to the controversy. Now, this bill was just swimming along the legislative process, and on June 16th, just a couple of weeks ago, an overwhelming group of bipartisan senators voted yes on the PACT Act. That vote was 84-14. But after that vote, the Senate staff realized there was a technical change that had to be made in the bill. So the change was made, and the bill had to go back up for another vote last week. And that's when, to everyone's surprise, 25 Republicans who had originally supported the bill turned around and blocked it. But why would they do that? Well, the Republicans explained it by saying the bill would essentially be a slush fund that gives the VA the ability to spend what it wants, and they want to suggest amendments that would, one, put a cap on spending every year, and two, possibly have the fund expire in 10 years. Democrats say nothing in the bill has changed since those Republicans voted yes on June 16th. They say the technical change that was made simply removed a line in the bill that was completely unrelated to the funding issue Republicans are flagging. As for the so-called slush fund, the VA secretary said he does not think it is reasonable to put a cap on healthcare benefits for our veterans every year. He said it would essentially start to ration care for veterans. Now, to get Republicans back on board tonight, the Senate leadership agreed to allow the Republicans 3 amendment votes, but those amendments required a 60-vote threshold to pass. All 3 failed. This bill now goes to President Biden for signature.